to a Geek Freaks video game review, and today we are talking Division 2. I am Frank, and I'm with Daniel.
Hello.
And Division 2, Daniel, it's by Ubisoft. It came out this year. It's developed by Ubisoft, published by Ubisoft, developed by Massive Entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you think of the game overall?
Really good.
Yeah.
I actually really enjoy it. Really well done.
Yeah.
Better than the first one.
See, I think this is where we're going to differ like crazy throughout
Really?
this. I'm excited about this. I don't care for this game. I loved the first one.
No way.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna go back. I'm enjoying that. That's why I haven't said that line yet because I wanted to do it on podcast.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a reason I'm not max level yet. You
Really?
are. Yeah.
I thought you were just playing other games.
No, I mean I've been really busy this week too, but I had homework and stuff like that. But yeah, I was just like, even last night I was playing because I was trying to catch up and stuff like that. I'm like, I'm gonna play some N64.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good game. I definitely think it's a hell of a good shooter. It's just the environment. I'm not a big fan of the environment, I think.
You don't like the whole Washington?
I think it's not that I don't like Washington, it's that I liked New York better.
Really?
Yeah, a lot.
I felt like New York was just too small. Like the roads, it's too clunky.
I'll give you that. It does feel like this one is because
more
the
wider open.
Wider, yeah. And there's less big towering buildings, so it's not so repetitive. I can see that, so it feels like it's bigger. Yeah. That's a good point, actually. All right, so why don't you, again, story-wise, I'm like level 10 right now, and you're max level. You're experiencing the end game. Why don't you kind of give us a summary of how the story works?
Story?
Yeah.
Well, the story's practically the same thing. Like,
it's the Black Friday virus that got loose.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. But I honestly don't even know anything about the story because it was so boring.
That's a problem. That's a big problem. Yeah.
It was so boring that I had to watch Naruto Shippuden while I'm going through the story. Like, honestly, I started watching it, and there's a couple missions, you gotta go save the Declaration of Independence, and that was pretty cool. And then you're trying to help your settlements grow throughout the story.
I need to work on that part. I'm not doing very good on those. Yeah, I'm mainly doing side missions and main mission right now.
But it just the characters in the story had no emotion. It felt like robots. It was just, I couldn't get into the story. That's why I was like, you know what, I'm only here for the end game. So honestly, don't know anything about the story. Yeah. It was that bad, and I apologize.
No. Honest, dude, totally. So overall, just to kind of, if you've never heard of Division 4, you should have. But what it is during Black Friday, which is the big sale after Thanksgiving, there was a virus put out on money, and so of course money spreads fast. So everybody got this virus, and it just made the whole thing fall apart, right? And since then, there's been there was this elite force that nobody really knew about called the Division, and they kick in gear to kind of save society. When everything's falling apart, there's the Division. You're one of the Division agents. You kick into gear, and then you guys kind of start fighting against people who are trying to break down society. I think that was number one. Number two, I think, is a few years past it. And at this point, they have kind of a small, held together society. And there are still factions trying to overthrow it. Does that sound about right? Yeah,
pretty much.
And you're trying to do things like you said, save the Declaration of Independence and stuff like that to kind of keep things normal. And
then later in, once you hit max level, it begins with the Black Tusk is an organization that's trying to take over the world and defeat the Division. So,
okay. I see.
So once you hit level 30, the Black Tusk come in.
So the story starts when you hit max level.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's so World of Warcraft.
Yeah, but I was really disappointed with the story. That's because I like playing video games for the story. I want to get into the character. I want to feel emotion. I want to be no, but you don't get that in this game.
I'm not hyped by anybody, not even my character.
It's horrible. I mean, I'm pretty. I like my character. I made a girl this time.
Yeah.
Last game, made a boy. Wasn't too happy. Not sure why. But this game, I've been enjoying. Well, making my character was nice. But the story was just garbage.
Are the Black Tusks the ones that are coming in on the boats in the very beginning? Do you remember the very... Okay.
No, they don't come until the very end.
I know, but at the very beginning, you're with someone, and then these boats are coming in that are firing and everything like that. And then they tell you to run to Washington to give them a heads up. I think that might be the Black Tusk.
Oh.
So we do have a hint of them in the very beginning. Okay.
Like I said, Fast forward.
dude, I am trying so hard to find some story in this game.
Yeah, don't even bother. Just wait till you hit 30, and then it gets a lot better.
Yeah, and the mission structure, dude, it's not trying to give you much. It's an Ubisoft game, so as you guys know from most Ubisoft games, Assassin's Creed and there's like the Far Cry games and stuff like that too. You just have like a lot of points to go reach to. You like unlock a little zone, do all the side missions in that zone, little things to collect, all collectibles. Then you move on to the next zone. So it's kind of the same structure you see in all of them. All right, so let's say we're gonna do the scoring system we do for level up, and we do it now for our movies. Out of 20, we're giving this one out of 20. What'd you think?
Out of 20, like the story?
Just the story alone. I know.
A 3.
A 3. Okay. Ooh, out of 20.
Out of 20. I told you I play games because of the story too.
Me too.
And then it was just like, if I have to watch Naruto Shippuden, like anything, like any anime, other than pay attention to the story, guess what? It's pretty garbage. I'm
such a white boy too, because when I watch anime, I have to like not do anything else because I got to focus on this anime.
Really?
Yeah, I'm so bad about anime. So yeah, I hate to go so low on this, but I'll do 5 just because I do like the motion cap on the faces so far has been pretty good. To where you're actually seeing expressions, which I know that doesn't really affect the story much.
I mean, yeah, but you don't see no emotion out of the characters. Like I felt like there's more emotion in the first game, than in the second game.
The reason I want to bump this up just a little bit from yours is there's a character in the very beginning that's missing a leg that has her daughter. The first thing you do is you save her daughter. You remember her? She's like missing a leg and stuff like that. I'm really interested to see what happens with her. I really kind of want to know more about her. So there is one character that I'm kind of hanging my hat on. So I'm going to go 5 out of 20. I'm not going up a lot more than you. So I'm going 5 out of 20.
It's about that.
Yeah. Okay, so we're heading into gameplay. Now, I think this is probably its strongest suit, really. Uh-oh. Your face is already saying it's okay.
It's repetitive.
How do you like the controls? Now, I've played with both controller and keyboard and mouse.
Yeah, I've only played with keyboard.
How do you feel like they work out?
Everything works pretty smoothly, like all the controls. I don't feel like I'm getting stuck on walls like in
big problem
the first one. Like you hit spacebar and then try to get it out of cover, and all of a sudden you're stuck again on a wall. I didn't feel like it this time.
Yeah, it is a lot smoother.
Everything's way smoother in this game.
Yeah,
shooting's nice. Everything feels good.
On I know for myself, but that's the benefit of using a keyboard is I change the keybinds on about half my things, but that's normal for me because I always want to try to make I want to make sure Wildlands plays like Far Cry plays like because I want to make sure they all have the same buttons. Grenades always the same button, everything. But they've been good.
Battle Royale games.
Oh yeah, definitely gotta do Battle Royale. Except for when it comes to Fortnite, thing like what's my build button? That's a new thing.
That's when you just uninstall.
That's true. Okay, so let's look at. On the controller, the controllers feel good. It's your classic standard, They did a really good job of getting into cover and getting out of cover on the controllers feels good. The shooting, let's talk about shooting then. They feel tight to me. They feel really precise. A lot of the shooting in this game is about hitting headshots, hitting they'll have a canister on the side that has neurotoxin or something like that.
Yeah, and then they shoot some stuff to pretty much get you stuck in place and stuff like that. That's pretty smooth.
Yeah. How did you feel about the shooting compared to other shooters?
It's different, I mean, if you're comparing it to Division, it's practically the same,
Yeah,
Division
it's
1.
Division. Yeah.
But if you're comparing it to other shooters, I feel like it's a lot different because it's you got a little square box that you're aiming at, and it's a lot different than other shooters.
To me, it feels like it's a lot more precise than other shooters.
Really?
Because it has a slight MMO feel to it, but not floaty like you'd see in Destiny.
Yeah.
Destiny's shooting, don't get me wrong, is a blast, but it's that Halo kind of shooting where it's a little floaty, it's a little bit I'm overpowering everybody else. That is not the case in Division. You are not overpowering anybody. You have to take your time in cover, take your shots, headshots or vulnerabilities.
Well, you get like that once you hit max level and get gear. Because then when you do PvP and stuff, there's some machine guns are overpowered and you just take people out.
Yeah, I like to use those the rifles, the slow one trigger, one pull.
Just the regular little rifles.
Yeah, I like
they're pretty awesome.
Yeah. Another big change from Division 1 is the fact that heavy armored guys actually have heavy armor on them. If it's a boss and you're thinking okay, well this guy's just a bullet sponge, it's not the case this time. They actually have different pieces of armor on them, and if you continue to do headshots, you'll eventually knock the helmet off and then continue to hit his head. And that goes for any part of his body. They're all wearing big armor on him. How'd you like that aspect of the game?
It was nice. It made it more challenging.
Yeah.
Especially when you're doing more content, like harder content with your friends and stuff.
Right.
It's more. It's not just like, let's just go in here and clear this super fast. It's more like strategy, take them out. Yeah. It was pretty nice. It was well done.
I think it feels more realistic too.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways.
Does.
Yeah. Okay, and then you have all your little gadgets to use. Last time I only used the turret. The turret, and then there's like that med box I used to put down. The med box. This time there's a different thing. It's not really quite the med box. It's just a big grenade you throw that can heal things and reload things, much like the med box did. What do you think of your gadgets? What kind of gadgets are your favorites?
Right now I use the turret, like always.
Yeah,
I did it in Division 1. Then I use the chem launcher that shoots like chemical like healing, stuff like that. Yeah. But I've always used my second one as a healing, or I use that little grenade thing. It's pretty useful. They're nice. I tried the little robot balls that you could send out. That's pretty cool too.
Those are fun. Yeah, those were in the first one as well.
I want to try out the drone.
That's my favorite right there.
One of my teammates or my clan members has the healing drone. It's pretty useful.
Yeah.
You just stay behind cover, and then all of a sudden, like, the drone will come out and heal you.
Yeah, and the drone stays up for quite a while.
So it does.
I want to see do you know if there's a moment where you could extend the time of the torrent or the drone, or even shorten their reload?
Yeah. There is. It's like mods. So if you click on them and then you just hit mod, there's like, it'll have like 3 attachments, and you'll find them. Yeah. And then there's like cooldown reduction.
I need that.
Greater healing, stuff like that. Okay. More damage, like if it's a turret. Yeah. So.
Okay, because I use the turret, and I use but I have the turret set on sniper mode. Do you have yours on sniper mode at all?
No, I tried to use it one time and it didn't work for me, so I was like, you know what, forget it.
The sniper mode, the tricky part about that is you have to tell it to snipe.
Oh, really?
You have to tell it to do it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's probably why it didn't do anything.
Well, for me, it's 1. See, I have it out. My keybinds changed. I have 1. Pressing 1 is snipe. Pressing 2 is telling the drone to attack. So I can I sit back while I'm kind of popping people off, but I have my guys doing a lot of attacking for me. So, but yeah, I really like the gadgets in this game. It's one of its highlights, I think. And its cover system. Its cover system is super important.
The gadgets are pretty fun, pretty awesome, and they work with your talents that we'll talk about later.
Yeah, they're pretty good. Well, let's talk about talents now. How do you like the talents? I'm not at the talent level yet, so explain to us what the talents are when you're max level and the 3 different choices you have to make.
All right, so they're called. What are they?
I know one's sniper marksman.
Specialization. That's pretty much it right there. So you get survivalist, or you could pick sharpshooter or demolitionist. Yeah. And all 3 have a unique weapon that you get out of them. Yeah. So sharpshooter, pretty much a one-shot sniper. Right. But it has issues too, because you have to wait, aim till the dot gets smaller and then shoot. If you don't wait, you'll just miss your shot.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. So it has a little issue too. Yeah. But you could actually one-shot one of those armor dudes. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
But you got to be exposed while you're aiming the whole time.
No, you don't. Well, yeah, you got to be exposed. But it's not that long, but yeah. Because I have a buddy that uses it, and he's like, that's a one-shot. I was like, okay. Good job. Celebrating. And then for survivalists, you get a little crossbow, but the bolts have a little bomb on it, so once it hits, it just blows them up. That's pretty nice. I like it.
Does it do area effect when it blows up?
No.
Okay, that'd be cool.
I didn't notice it because I tried it twice and nobody else got hit, but it could have just been they weren't probably close enough or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. And
then you get demo. You get a grenade launcher.
That's always fun.
That's what I've been using. Yeah, because each tree work together. So if you have a survivalist, fire damage does more damage. Right. To help them out, or vice versa for demo. What else is there? There's each class also, if you're gonna go sharpshooter, it helps you do bonus damage on just single shot rifles.
Okay, yeah.
So
yeah.
you could upgrade
Get the
that,
proficiency,
and
yeah.
then like mine, I like the light machine gun. That's why I went demo.
Yeah.
And so I do like 15-25% right now. I haven't upgraded it up fully.
Yeah.
So each class helps you throughout the missions.
Can you change your class once you've chosen?
Yeah, you could change it, but you get skill points by completing missions and completing certain things.
Okay.
So
you can like level up each class.
yeah, pretty much.
That's nice because
Yeah.
if you got a group of friends and you want to do an instance or whatever, it's nice to kind of like have. You could like rotate out if like, oh, Jim's not here today, so you take up Jim's spot or something like that. You know.
Yeah.
You rotate whatever your team needs. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. But yeah, I know a lot of these talents are about to get tweaked soon.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because there's like some people not even playing certain classes.
The shield class. Yeah. One of the classes basically you're what we would call a tank in MMOs. The shield though doesn't scale up with your levels. It's at the first level of shield. They're fixing that relatively soon. So, and the raid's coming out in May. They pushed back the raid to May.
Yeah,
so
I've seen that.
Okay. One thing I was wondering: does ammo drop faster when you're at higher levels? Because I know at my level it doesn't hardly ever drop. Last night I actually ran out of ammo. I was
Really?
like, what the heck? Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I've ran out of ammo on my main light machine gun.
Yeah.
But that's just like me going like just blasting people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it drops, and then there's even talents that if you're I forgot what class, but it also gives you more ammo for your guns.
Okay.
So
That sounds like a demolition move.
yeah, and there's like perks on each weapon too. There's perks for that too that
Right.
gives you weapon ammo. Pretty much.
I know. Right now, last night I ran out of ammo and I had to use my pistol to escape. But there's been times where it's like I'm getting kind of low, you know, and I'm not seeing a lot of drops off of people.
Yeah, I like the whole like the way they did the abilities and like the skills on each weapon and each piece of gear. It feels like kind of like in a way, wow. Like
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost like an MMO.
That's what they were trying to get an MMO out of it. Yeah. It does. I wish you could see more people in the world. Would be kind of nice, but it needs to be desolate. So
you can only see them at the safe zones. That's it. That is kind of disappointing because
it's like it makes sense because it's supposed to be, you know, a disease hit. And if you see 100 people running around doing missions, you're like, oh, we're all doing pretty good out here.
Yeah.
But I kind of wish it was kind of one of those moments where you kind of run into somebody else and you just join up and then let's do things. There is a matchmaking system in the game.
Yes, sir.
And they do encourage the fact that you just find somebody through the matchmaking system and then do missions together. But sometimes you just want to play the game solo and do your thing. So it's kind of, I don't know. You wish you could just natively find somebody.
Yeah, I did the whole like campaign solo, did all the missions by myself, but late game, it's kind of nice to have more people join, especially like all the guys are just insane. It's and then later it's like you get hard mode, and then there's even one more that's super challenging, and it's like a mission that normally takes 20 minutes takes over an hour.
Yeah. How do you like the actual? Is it called missions when they're like dungeons, basically?
Yeah, they're just like side mission, main missions.
Yeah,
and then there's strongholds.
Strongholds.
That's what you're unlocking.
That's what I'm thinking.
Because you do like for each area of the map, you have a stronghold.
Right.
And then you have to unlock you have to do the 2 main missions or whatever it's asking you to unlock that stronghold.
Okay. And how do you like the mission structure? Does it feel like fun? When you're like having to unlock strongholds and then do strongholds and stuff like that, does that feel fun?
Yeah, it does, but it's just like if you played WoW, it's like I'm gonna do this same dungeon in heroic. That's how it feels.
Okay.
So it's just you're doing the same mission but you're going against more of the Black Tusk people and then
that makes sense. Yeah.
Like the missions you did are a little bit different. But they're practically the same. Like there's like one mission I remember that like the guy would come out as a big elite guy that would come out of this big door that we're just waiting there. And last night we did that same mission and he didn't come out.
Okay,
so it's just like it's a little bit. They tweak it a little bit, but
I like that though.
I mean, yeah. I
Just
feel like it's just like WoW.
That's what I'm saying is it's better than WoW in that sense because I don't like how. Well, I mean, I don't get me wrong. I can hardly say anything wrong with WoW. That's my problem. But sometimes when you're in a dungeon, wouldn't it be nice if it was randomly the boss not there or there's an extra boss for some reason?
Yeah,
that'd be kind of cool, you know. So that's basically what had happened to you.
Yeah,
because it was a surprise for you. So, okay, looking over gameplay, is there any pros or cons that you want to make sure to throw out there? Is there anything you're not liking? Anything that you're really enjoying?
Well, I don't like the story.
Well, I know, but we're talking just gameplay.
Uh,
You got your shooting, you're walking around, your, the missions that you're doing, stuff like that.
mhm,
I mean, I have to really give props to the shooting. I think it's some of the best shooting I've seen, just because it's so. And I'm going to be going sharpshooter once they hit max.
yeah.
The shooting feels very precise. I really enjoy that.
I don't like what because like you know how you capture control points.
Right.
Uh,
Oh yeah. Oh, those are
uh,
annoying.
well, spoil. I'm gonna spoil something for you, right?
Oh my god.
So
Spoiler.
doesn't matter if you capture them because you lose them all to the Black Tusk.
Oh, fun. That's fun.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
So
stop donating my supplies then.
yeah, I mean, well, it's nice still to do that, but yeah, pretty much they get captured, and then later on, you could capture them again,
Right.
but you lose them within 20 minutes.
So what's the point of them? Why do I want those?
Just gear, pretty much. It gives you XP, and then you'll
Oh, it does
get
give me XP,
the what is it, like the loot box thing?
Yeah.
Every time you level.
Yeah.
Because later, once you hit max level, you'll just get every time you level, you just get pieces of loot.
Okay.
So that's
So
pretty much
there is like Paragon levels after you
yeah.
hit max.
I just wish that you had more control of the control point. Like
Yeah.
I want to upgrade this control point too, so they can't try to attack it or
That'd be cool if you could like set up turrets and stuff like that there.
yeah. And then like you should get well, you do get notifications, but that like you'll just see it and then all of a sudden they're taking over or whatever.
Right.
It'd be nice if it was like an alert, like go defend it, like so you could keep it.
Yeah, so it's not a surprise. So it's not a surprise to you.
Yeah, that would be pretty nice. Like they should have had more.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, can't do like yeah. There's updates coming out, so we'll see.
Yeah, and one thing that's really good about Massive Entertainment is they've been pretty open about it. Like I've been seeing a lot of news about things that they got coming out. So while we want them quicker, they are working on it all. Okay, so that was a big con. Is there any big pros that you think is like outstanding gameplay wise?
Outstanding. I would just say so far the late game, just the.
It kills me. I'm not there yet.
I know it's a lot of fun because I've ever met like 2 people on that game, and I have a buddy that's playing it. So like just clearing these missions and strongholds with them, and then later on I can't wait to try out harder modes to see how difficult it is, and then just messing with like the weapons and then the talents, try to make your guy do the most DPS possible. Or
right.
That's pretty fun.
Have you looked up any builds? Is there any like specific builds?
That's all I've been doing. Is just looking at different builds and how different weapons do this. So I've been messing with too much PvP. Went into the dark zone maybe a couple times, but yeah, for sure, just the end game's been a lot of fun. That's pretty much what's keeping me in this game still.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go ahead and do our score on this one. Then this one's out of 40 because it's so important.
Mm.
How do you feel out of 40 the gameplay is?
Out of 40, I'll give it a 30.
You're going 30. Man, you're lowballing them.
I'll give them 30.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
I'm going out of 35 myself.
Really?
Yeah. So just because it's a shooter and I think the shooting is really top notch. I like all your gadgets. The only reason it's not a 40 is because I think that the mission structure should be a little bit clearer. I think it's a little bit more confusing than it was in the first one. The reason you're doing things, which is kind of actually going back to this plot more, but the reason you're doing things isn't as clear. You know what I'm saying? In the first one, it was obvious. You just wanted to deck out that library. The second one, it's a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You know, you got the theater and all that stuff like that. So it kind of just feels like it's a little bit of a scatter, like a mess, you know?
Well, like I said, I actually enjoy like having to upgrade your place, like coming back and all of a sudden, like now you have crops, now you have this.
That's true.
I thought that was pretty fun. That was pretty nice.
That's a good point. I haven't gotten much of that.
More into the game, not just this boring campaign. The Dark Zone, the whole PvP thing. A lot of people are complaining about it. I heard that they're going to tweak on that too because it's just like it's pretty much the same thing as the last one.
That was to me the strong point of the last one. That really carried. Yeah, that really carried the late game in the last one. Was the Dark Zone. So I'm hoping that
going
that's
bad.
Good. Yeah,
just like killing people. I mean that's pretty fun, but I don't know.
getting with some people and hunting down. That's
Yeah.
cool. All right, so let's look at design. So we're looking at graphics and music. How do you think the graphics are in this game? Like overall graphics.
They did a really good job on it.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Like I like that grassy Washington D.C. look.
Yeah.
Like
This might be the part that makes us differ.
yeah. Oh really?
Yeah, I don't care for all that.
What the?
I could play Far Cry for grass. I don't.
What? The?
I don't need grass. I liked in the old one. I liked that like the slight snow and everything was wintry and you had like Christmas, but there was a disaster during Christmas, so like Christmas trees were all messed up. I just kind of liked that feel.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of
I
this.
mean,
Is
you
all
get
on a swamp,
fog. You get fog in this one.
that is a huge plus to me, actually.
Yeah.
The weather system in this game is outstanding. When it rains and stuff like that, and you get that fog rolling in, you really can't see very far ahead of you.
Can't.
They really did a good job with
Yeah.
that. So I'm gonna give them props on that. What about like okay, so like as you're walking around down the street, what are some of the things you're noticing that you really like? Like I'm one of the first things I did. This is just me. Is I right away went to go shoot the tires and they still pop. So that's good sign. Good job, guys. Because in the old game that could happen, and when I'd get bored, I'd sit there and just shoot the tires up and down the street, and they still do that. So that's good.
When I'm like walking down, I feel like I'm in that movie, I Am Legend. Like
yeah,
just like that.
It does. You do get that vibe. Yeah, and there are those dogs walking around too,
Yeah,
so that helps.
You get all the dogs, you get deer.
Yeah.
I have buddies that every time they see an animal, they just shoot them.
Yeah.
Just like that's messed
up.
up.
I don't ever. I'm like, yeah, I never do that.
I can't do it too, but they did. Like I said, I like the graphics on it.
Yeah, I
like that grassy look of Washington D.C.
Yeah, I think like actually like graphics wise, it's about the same as the first one. Nothing has really changed graphics wise. Your setting definitely has. It's more wide open because of course New York is much more vertical.
Yeah.
This one's much more horizontal, which is nice. You know, it looks good. It's just that it's not quite my cup of tea right now. I think maybe it's just for right now. Okay, so when you're walking around and you're seeing the bad guys, is it obvious by the graphics, by the visuals, what level of difficulty are they? How does all your villains look in this game? Like I know right away. Okay, so just by the looks, this one's one of those ones that's gonna run at me real well. But they all look good. It's not like they're gimmicky. But this one's gonna be one of those that runs at me. This is one of those that drops down to a little remote control that tries to blow me up. You know, that one's a regular.
Yeah.
So how do you like how the villains look in this game? The bad guys.
They look better than the first one for sure. I like how like
I would agree with you there.
You don't know what you're gonna get sometimes. Mm-hmm. So like they'll actually surround you.
They are smart. That's one thing. Yeah, if you get too close, Battle of the Bulge, they'll get around you, and you're gonna have to back up a little bit.
And then when they come out with an armor guide and they're surrounding you, you're just like, man.
They do flank a lot, yeah.
The look of the guys, it's not bad.
Yeah.
There's nothing to complain about. I like how, I mean, you know pretty much what is a Black Tusk and what...
I'm looking forward to seeing the Black Tusk. Now, I didn't even know Black Tusks were in this game, so now I'm excited to see them.
Yeah, that's
such a cool name, too.
Yeah.
That is a bad guy name.
But they do come, and then later, actually, I didn't tell you, that there's actually fights in the street. Like, so there's like a Black Tusk versus the other groups. Like, they're just battling each other in the middle of the streets.
I did see two different gangs fighting. And so then I was like, should I intervene?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. So I started shooting both of them. But then again to the gameplay is I made sure to shoot the canister to make everybody dizzy and hazed, and then I start taking them out. I love that part. Okay, so how's your character design? Do you feel like you look cool when you did your modifications on your face? Did you care about those?
Yeah, I made a chick try to make her look sexy.
Yeah. For me, I try to make my guy look like he was an aged version of my last guy. Like he had been through hell, and now he's like for some reason he went from New York to Washington. I'm making my own story in this game because there is none.
Okay.
So,
interesting. Well, you have a story for every character.
I do. Yeah. Okay, so all right, so your character design feels good. You like the settle, whatever your surroundings. I get the word setting. Thank you. Okay. Any other things about graphics you want to put in there? Anything you really like in your gun design, anything like that? Or is it you're just happy overall?
I'm happy overall. Yeah. I like I said, they did a great job towards all that stuff, but they're just missing that mission, that main campaign story.
Yeah. You're really harping on the plot
Yeah.
still. Yeah, that's just a big down. I mean, we both did terrible grades for it. All right. Also in design is music, and I feel like music in this game is phenomenal. How do you like music? How do you like the sound design in this game? Did you notice any good scores that you want to
I like
mention?
the sounds of guns, all that stuff.
It has a really good, real quick, sorry to interrupt you, but when
Yeah.
you're shooting a gun and you're kind of like in an echoey spot, you do
Yeah.
hear the echo of the
Yeah,
gun. I
you do.
love that about the first one did that too. It's awesome.
Yeah, music. I've heard from 2 people that they love the music in this game.
Yeah, third then right here. I love the music in this
Really?
game. Yeah.
You do too. Yeah, it's not bad. I like I said, I watched Naruto Shippuden. Wow, I've been tweaking
Yeah.
on that, so I'm just like,
Yeah.
yeah. So I can't really hear the music as well. Sometimes I do, and I'm not really in it for the music, more for the sounds of the game, like the
Right,
guns, the
right.
grenades, all that, the car alarms going off.
Grenade-
Like you
yeah,
need
the
to hear
car
all that
alarms.
stuff.
That adds a lot to it. When those car alarms go off after you threw like a
Yeah.
grenade at some guys in the car, I love that sound.
And then
It's
like the characters' voices, like the bad guys yelling and stuff like that. I like that. I don't really care for music. Like I
Yeah.
played all of WoW with my sound off.
I've got to turn. Yeah, I usually do. Well, I don't do sound off. I do music all the
No,
time.
I do sound off.
Yeah, that's too much.
I
I got to hear my hunter shooting. And my
No,
warrior swinging.
that got irritating. That's why I turned off all my sound.
Yeah. Well, I think one big thing too is you've leveled up a hunter like for the most time in the beginning, and hunters
Yeah.
do usually have the most like rough sounds because it's just a pop, pop, pop. So there's that. One thing too. Speaking of the villain, the bad guys in this, sound wise, is I do like that you could hear them surrounding you. Like when they're talking to each
Yeah,
other,
yeah.
you could hear the voices coming from different locations.
Yeah,
They did a top notch.
You hear footsteps. You hear all that stuff.
Yeah.
But this game's not really about the footsteps. Like you know where they're gonna be at. Like
Right.
you see
They're
on their
encroaching,
radar.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but the sounds in the game, pretty good. Like
Yeah.
they did a great job on it.
And the music, one thing that's nice is when you go into combat, the music, the score kicks up. It starts to like actually be, come louder, and it's faster action, faster pace. It really feels like a John Wick movie. Every time it comes in, like you're doing a
Really?
mission, and the music comes in when you're doing a mission, it feels like you're in a John Wick movie. Like I kind of feel like this is 24. This is I'm Jason Bourne right now. Like it's that level of kind of like your average action movie music, and it really feels good. So I really have enjoyed the music so far in this game. All right, so we're gonna go design. We're going out of 40 as well. What is your score out of 40?
Out of 40?
Yeah.
Design?
So your setting, the factory in Washington, your music, graphics. What are you thinking?
I'll go 40.
Wow, perfect score in design. Are you for sure?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
wow.
go 40.
Dude, you're crazy.
I like it.
I'm gonna go 32 just because.
You don't want to be number 40 with me?
Well, no, because I don't like Washington.
Oh.
I don't like where it's all taking place. So, but I do like all the fine points. They've done a really nice job with. I think their design of Washington's good. That's why I'm not going lower than 30s. But it's still, I just don't like Washington.
The whole New York thing was cool. Like, but going up into buildings, like you have to keep going up, up, up. That got really tiring. It gave me a headache. Not
Yeah.
sure why. It just did. Like I didn't like going up apartments, and you know how apartments over there in New York is like climbing upstairs. Like
That's true.
I didn't
yeah.
really care for them. I didn't really care for all that.
Well, it kind of reminds. Now that you said that, it reminds me of playing PUBG when you get into those
The-
apartment buildings
yeah.
and you're trying to clear them as fast as you can. You can't go up those
Yeah.
stairs fast enough.
Yeah.
That's funny. That just reminded me of that. All right. So, any last pros or cons you want to mention about the game before we get to big scoring?
Not really. I just know that everybody should try this game out, though.
Not according to your score. I did the finals. It doesn't look
What?
great.
Really?
Because of those storylines so terrible in this game.
Yeah, I mean, the storyline is just horrible. But a lot of people don't play for the story. They like late game content. Like,
Okay.
wow, like, I don't pay attention to the story.
Oh my god, I can tell you everything about the
Oh,
story.
yeah, I bet.
We're so different there because the WoW story is a lot of the reasons why I'm going to be logging in.
See, I only like the WoW story of Vol'jin. Like
which is
that.
so well, it's coming back, but yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I like the Lich King story, but I don't like
That's
that
coming
early,
back too.
that early game.
Yeah.
They don't really.
Yeah.
Fun.
With all the yeah. Okay, so for me, I would say overall really fun game. Don't go in for the story. If you like that wider open version of Division, you're gonna like that. But I'm pretty mediocre on it. I think my score is pretty accurate. I think you're more excited than your score shows. My score is a 72 out of 100. Your score is a 73 out of 100. You're just one above me.
So
So I felt like you would be low 80s, but because of how much you hated the storyline, that messed you up.
Yeah. Well, see, like I like Destiny games. It felt kind of like a Destiny 2. Yeah, it had that.
I would say Destiny's better than this game by a pretty good margin, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah, I mean I agree. Just because like, well, the only thing that reason Destiny would be better than this is definitely because of the story.
Yeah.
And that's
Oh yeah, I like Destiny's story.
yeah.
And then I even like the way they convey like your map and stuff like that. I think is better. Well, the map in this version, in this Division 2, I think is a little bit too scattered. I think it's just too much on the map.
One thing they should add to Division 2 is bows. Like a compound bow.
You get shot with bows.
Would be so awesome.
Yeah.
Just think about it. Just fuck a bunch of arrows. Just pop, 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 pop.
God, who's that guy from Overwatch? I can't stay when he kills me, and he uses the dang bow. That's gonna kill me. That I don't remember that name. Hanzo.
Oh, Hanzo.
Hanzo. That's it.
Yeah.
I hate when I get killed by him, and then it shows me the kill
Oh,
cam,
yeah.
and I'm like, ugh, that's like BS.
All of a sudden, the dragon comes out.
Yeah. All right, guys. So we got a 72 and a 73 out of 100. I would still say it's worth playing just for the gameplay, but I'd wait for it to be on sale. It's actually already on sale.
Is it?
It's $10 less right now.
Then everybody should actually try it out. If you guys like the whole MMO feel, the Destiny kind of feel too, you guys should really try it out.
With much tighter shooting than Destiny, though. I want to make sure to be clear about that because they try to stick. It's Tom Clancy. They try to stick in as close to the game as possible or real life as possible. So I think it's still a good game though.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, the talents, everything that they did on the guns, on your gear, you can mod things, get attachments. They did everything. They did a really good job on all that stuff. So
seeing your overall score, would you raise it at all? I'm happy with my 72. That's where I'm at right now. That's what I feel. I'm not at end game.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with 73.
73? All right. Yeah. All right, then. We'll stick with the system. All right, guys. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us on the Geek Freaks Podcast. You can find us on Twitter at Geek Freaks Pod. We're also on Facebook, Instagram. You can email us. We have our Patreon and a store. All those links are in the description. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you guys next week.